Hi everyone. I am trying a new setup, so hopefully you can see me and hear me. Let me go on my YouTube and I can tell. Okay, there we are. How's everybody doing? Whoop whoop, Becky's in the house. And Rebecca. Hi. So, welcome. Welcome to my live stream. I haven't been streaming for the last 2 weeks, but I'm really glad to be with you guys today. So there's a couple things that I had planned. Hi, Hope. Hi, Tegan. Thank you for stopping by. Let me do something here with my phone so it doesn't close on me really quick. I tried to take a nap, but that didn't work out. So I don't know what. I must not be as tired as I thought I was. Okay, let's say never and go back to YouTube. Okay, so as I said, welcome. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm Jean, or Lizzie Jean, as a lot of people like to call me. Around them here, there parts. Let's see. I don't have any major announcements except today on our live stream, I'm going to be giving away a couple things, so that'll be fun, right? Oh, yeah, storming would be perfect nap weather. I don't know what the deal is with. Hi, Therese. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in forever, girl. It's so good to see you back on the tube. Hi, Mariah. Thanks for coming in. So the first thing I want to do is I have a couple plates, so I want to pull them and see what they look like. This one is just a little 5x7. I think I did some red on it and pink maybe. So we'll pull it and see. It'll be a surprise. I am so glad that I finally figured out how to clean my plate. You have to leave the paper on there. Okay, yay! So that's our little 5x7. Not anything too exciting, just some dots. And then we have I'm pretty sure this is circular stream. I don't have Dottie Miss Dottie, so. And this one is an 8x10 that I can tell the paper is sticking to it. So let's crack those edges and see if we can salvage it. Because I think it's going to be a pretty cool one if it doesn't rip too bad. And this is a newer plate, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. but I'm just going to go around the edges real quick. Yeah, it is circular stream. I love anything with circles or dots. These are my favorite ones. So this one was a leftover from, I think, last night when Rebecca and Becky and I were printing some things. So this one came out pretty cool. It is a combination of a mashup 2, I'm pretty sure, or mashup 3, I can't remember. And thank you guys. And then this is also the Black Eyed Susan. Hi, Yolande. Thank you so much for coming. So that came out pretty nice. The edges are a little grungy, but that's what happens when you leave the paper on to pull up whatever there. So, okay. And then this next one, here's what it looks like. This one I actually did today, I think. And I used Eddie's it's called something lace. Help me with that, Becky. Something lace, I forget. And so I'm going to pull this, and it is sticking a little bit too. But I think the majority of it will come out pretty cool because it was also one that was a plate cleaner. So fancy lace. Yeah. So as you can see, I have cruddy edges on my plate. I need to clean them. So, okay. We're going to pull this long ways. That's cute. So this one is not quite as crisp as the other one, but this one is the lace one, and actually you know, there's certainly good pieces in here that we can use for collage, as they say. So if we want, we can save that. I'm going to save that for collage. And we decided that what's up for collage is you probably not, what should we say? Not always frame worthy, but those turned out pretty good, those 3, just for me personally, because I don't usually pull anything magnificent. So tonight what I have in mind doing is I cut out this butterfly, just the one side wing of it. And what I want to do is I want to get some papers that will make a really pretty butterfly. And we're going to cut the pieces out and put it together. So hopefully we can get that going. I'm going to put this under here so it doesn't get all yucky. And I've been practicing a little bit by I used to, when I would do my prints, is I would normally put my stencil down before I would put my paint down. And so I've learned a little bit now about how to do that to make it look a little bit better. So I'm going to start with the light blue. I'm just trying, and I'm going to add, I like to mix my colors. So you will see me mixing different colors of blue and pink and maybe gold together. So I thought I brought a darker blue out. Let me get one real quick. But I'm trying to get some vibrancy for the butterfly. So I think blue is a good color to start with. So how's everybody doing? I hope well. I know it's been really hot in a lot of parts of the US, and other places as well. And if you don't mind the heat, that's great. But I don't particularly love the heat. And this might be too much paint, as Becky would say. So let's roll some of this off. So I was reading through some trivia questions today, and I thought it was kind of interesting. One of the trivia questions that I looked at is, what is the largest coffee producing country? Anyone know? Yeah. I can't say that I've walked outside, but I do have to go out tomorrow. So that, I'm sure I will be feeling that humidity. Brazil? No, not Brazil. I thought immediately it would be a Latin American, or um they speak Portuguese in Brazil, but yeah, so I thought that way too. But anybody else? No, not Colombia. Here's how this came out. Colombia is, hey Pam, Ecuador. So this particular stencil is called Grandma's Buttons. It's by Darcy Sanders. So as you all know, the stencils and the stamps that I'm using tonight are all courtesy of PM Artist Studio. So if you are interested in picking out any of these stencils or stamps for yourself, hop on over there. And they are actually having double points. So if you're looking for cool stencils and or cool stamps, and you want to get double points so you can get discounts later, hop on over there. It will be a fun shopping experience. Okay, so let's see. Not going to leave this down a whole lot of time because my room is not, it's a little dry, so hopefully we can get a good pull despite the the weather in here. Ooh, this came out very nice. I love the variegation of the different blues. Very pretty. Still picking up a little bit of grunge on this edge, which is, perfectly fine. So I'm just going to lay these over here to dry, and then we'll do a few in some bright colors, and then we'll make our okay, so the answer to the trivia, if is anybody else want to take a stab at that? Largest coffee producing country. Without Googling, please. Please. Peru? No, it's actually Africa. And I was really quite surprised at that answer, but it is Africa. So there you go. Interesting trivia. I stumped you. That's cute. Okay, so this is, I'm not sure about this red, but we're going to give it a go and see what happens. And see whether it's the right color for our butterfly. I love coffee too. You're welcome. I enjoy the stream so well, and I enjoy sharing the products. So it's a win for me because I learn so much when I see you guys. And I do have to say Becky's been very helpful in teaching me too. I just love, this is one of my favorite stencils. Now, it didn't come out quite as crisp on this one. And like I said, I dry up pretty quickly in this room, so that could be part of the reason. But let me pull this, which has a little bit more orange in it, and we'll see if we can use it for our butterfly. I'm finished. Okay, Angela, welcome. Becky. All right, so this one is picking up the ghost print from the Petal Tear Burst by Rhonda. And it's really a fun stencil to use. It comes out nice with the design. So it's one of my favorite ones, honestly, because I usually don't make a terrible mistake with it. We'll put it that way. Let me, Becky's going to ground me because I'm like, she's going to be like, Jean, your prayers, they're going the wrong way. It's because I have it on a bluish green clipboard. I have it on a clipboard instead of a acrylic plate because I don't have another one for this one. Now these are some paints that I just got. Recommendation by Rebecca or Lygia, and these are the Arteza metallics, and they have some mica in them. Whoops, and I forgot to say, they really they're really giving when it comes to pushing them out of the tube. So I'm not sure what that's about, whether that's just because of the heat or what's causing that issue. But they usually, when I'm using them, they will squish out quite a bit. So this is a very cool looking purple. So let's put Darcy's back down here. All right. I think too, whenever you, my room is warm most of the time. I don't keep the air conditioner on. I think my paints do get a little bit thinner maybe, and whenever they do that, then they do squish out more. Who doesn't love a beautiful purple print? Let's see. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this, depending on my lighting, but it does have a shimmer to it. So it's kind of a mica shimmer in there. So that's cool. All right. Put this down real quick. This is something that I saw Eddie doing, because I was like, Eddie, my ghost print never stays damp long enough to be able to pull it. And he said, well, try a little bit more paint. So we'll see how that works. Thank you, Angela. Okay. Now, what you'll notice is because I didn't clean my plate in between, you're seeing some orange come through on this, which makes it look pretty cool. So I really like this one. And I hope you guys are seeing okay. I'm using I believe it's 32-pound Hammermill, and that paper does have just a bit of a gloss to it. So you're going to notice that. All right, let me move this. Okay, now I want to, let's see here. That was a purple. Let's take this light green and we're going to use a light green and a light pink together. Lygia, if you're home and you want to come on up into the studio and paint with me, just let me know and I will send you a link. I know just walking in the door, that's kind of hard, so. This might have too much. This is a minty fresh pink. Minty fresh pink. So I want to put down another stencil. Let's see. I'm going to use this one. And this one is another one of my favorites, the Black Eyed Susan. And I can never remember if the Black Eyed Susan is Pennsylvania state flower or Maryland state flower. So if anybody knows. Yes, that's correct. Hammer Mill is 32-pound premium color copy. If you go to any of PM Artist Studios live streams, in their more section, then you can see different links to stores that they use, and they'll have their suggested products in there. And if you order from them, it doesn't cost you anything extra, but they get a little bit off the top. Oh, Pennsylvania is the laurel. Okay, so it must be Maryland. We do have a lot of laurel here. Laurels. My dad used to cut a lot of that in the wintertime just to make the house look nice. Now this one dried pretty fast. Plus it's metallic. So metallics usually dry faster than the others, per what I've learned. So this is not nearly all of what would be on here. So let's lift this up, and I'm going to put down one of the other ones, and we'll see how it looks together. Then presentation paper. Pam, are you from Australia, or were you just there before? I heard you talking to Diane last week. Yeah, I can feel that this is a little bit damp. So let that go for a minute, and we'll pull out another plate. This is my older plate, and it does still have some grunge on it. I'm going to use some greens now and see what we can pull on this one. Green. And we will use a little bit of gold. Okay, you have family in Australia. Very nice. I would love to go, but I can't even imagine thinking about the plane ride. So this is, most of these paints that I'm using, they're Liquitex. So this is a lime, they're just the Liquitex Basics. And this is a lime green with the gold, because I often hear my arty friends talking about green gold. So I'm just going to make my own. 16 hours from San Francisco. Shoo. Yeah, I need to clean mine, Becky. And I keep asking my husband if he has a scraper. I know he does, but he just doesn't know where it is. All right, we're going to bring out the beads. Bring out the beads. Becky's beads. Okay, another trivia. See if you guys can get this one. What is the most, how would you say it? No, it's not most. What's the hardest mineral that we know of or that we mine? I'm supposing it's called a mineral. Oh, that's cool. Obsidian? No. That's a beautiful stone. Yes, Becky's got it. And Hope. Very good. Good job. Good job. Okay, so this is just the pull from the top. So let's pull this, and then let me use this piece and go back over the ghost print. So I'm not up on my minerals. It's okay. There was another one I saw. Let me look at it real quick. What animal hibernates the longest? Would you say a bear, a snail, a koala, or a sloth? Huh. Yeah. Okay, Devin says bear. Hope says sloth. Lygia says sloth. And Pam is correct with the snail. Isn't that quirky? That when I was looking up these, yes, Therese, that's correct. Me too. And we were looking, when I was looking these up, I was like, I did not know that. Okay, so another one. This should be easy peasy. Since World War II, British battle tanks include what beverage equipment? A Coca-Cola machine, tea, coffee machine, or Pepsi? What do you think? Nope. Now this is a British. Exactly. Okay. Tea, which makes sense, right? Slushies. Becky says go for the slushies. Okay. I'm going to use my little plate, and I want to get some black on here because I think we'll need black for our butterfly. And then I'm going to put some pink with it. No. No, please don't say that, Yolanda. You do not. Okay, this one should be an easy one too. However, not maybe if you don't partake of alcoholic beverages. This question, what alcoholic drink is made with juniper berries? Juniper berries. What alcoholic beverage? Yes, Tegan got it. Yes. Good job, Yolande. You guys are, that's funny. We're all like, what did Eddie call us? He called us lushes. He's so funny, calling us all lushes. And I told him not to be talking about me like that. It was rude. Okay. This was kind of a curious one, and I didn't really know it, but maybe some of you will. The speed of a computer mouse is measured in what units? In what units is the speed of a mouse? That's cute. Cheese units. I love cheese units. Let me give you that's a good answer, Hope, but that's not it. A, inches. B, centimeters. C, Mickeys. D, paws, as in animal paws. Feet. Animal feet. Animal feet. Hi, Eddie. What? Centimeter, says Hope. No. Thank you so much for the likes. So it was very interesting, and I'll just share it with you. It's called a Mickey. So a Mickey is a unit of measurement that for how many pixels and millimeters a mouse moves. Isn't that interesting? Maybe it's just because I'm a computer nerd, but I think that was kind of interesting. All right, so I just put Paula's rune blocks right on top of these petals, the pink and black. We'll see. I don't know that it's going to be what I want for the butterfly, but let's do some pink, do some more pink and some light pink. And it's going to pick up some of the black grunge, I think. And are you guys enjoying the trivia, or should I go on to something else? Yeah. You guys, you're so much fun. Can I tell you how much I love you all? It's been a hootenanny kind of day. All right, this might be too much paint, but I don't know, and I don't care. Okay, let's go back to okay, where did I lay it? Hopefully nowhere that it can get stuck to anything else. My paint's going to dry in the meantime, so let me just put this down really quick, and we'll just do this. Brayer, face up, please. I keep doing that. Sorry. All right. So, what is the name of the little dot that is above the J and the I? Yes, not the two dots over the U. That's something totally different. No, it's not called a dot. That's a good one, though. I'm going to use a different kind of paper. Let's try a piece of music sheet paper, just out of curiosity. An umlaut. Okay. Dottie McDotterson. That's a good one, Pam. Dottie McDottie. Is that the name of a stencil? A dot? Okay. Do we give up? It's called a tittle. I knew you guys would love that one. It's called a tittle. The cross seen in a T is called a jot. So make sure you jot your T's and tittle your I's. What do you think about that? Becky, I knew she'd have some kind of interesting comment. Oh, that came out very coolish. Pink, black, and looks like there's some kind of like you've well, it's supposed to be a light peach, but it almost comes out as as it's okay, Becky. I trust you. So the next question is, and it's a multiple choice, and let me think what color I want. Let's try to do some brown and some red and some orange. Okay, so the next question is, how can you tell the age of a horse? A, by the length of its tail, the quality of its hooves for B, C, the clarity in its eyes, and D, the lines in its teeth. Tell me what you think about that one. Sorry, I didn't see. Pam? Eddie. Tegan and Pam were correct. Eddie, that's viciousness. Viciousness. Why can't I find that stencil? What in the name of Sam Hill did I do with it? It's not stuck on a plate. That's for sure. I don't think. Oh. No, that's not it. What did I do with it? I can't find it. Now I'm too hot in here and I turned off the air conditioning. Okay, bear up. Gabi. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know about the horses, and we used to have horses. Okay, does anybody know, without me giving any hints, A, B, C, or D, what's the fastest land snake? Give me a moment. I'm going to put my air back on because I'm dying in here. Ew. No, not a copperhead. Stephen Miller. Okay, no, we don't know much about snakes. So I'll give you A, B, C, or D. Sidewinder, black mamba, king cobra, or eastern diamondback. Actually, Becky, it says east. No, that's not the right one. But it's eastern diamondback. The Mambo number 5 snake. That's cute. I'm paying attention more to the trivia answers instead of to my gel plate. Sorry, give me a moment to. I'm going to put this right on the end. So the answer is A, the Sidewinder. Sidewinder. It says it can move up to 12 miles per hour. Well, let me clarify. So actually, the black mamba is often listed to be the fastest snake, but it only goes 12 miles per hour. The Sidewinder goes 18. Isn't that crazy? Does anybody know how many miles are in a full marathon? $26.2. I think that's right, Eddie. Yes, that is correct. Because Eddie is in the home of the Boston Marathon. Whoop, whoop! He got it. Is it faster than a road runner? Beep, beep. I don't know. Becky, if I was running a marathon, I would definitely think it was 1 million miles. Okay, now I know there are some crime enthusiasts out there. This turned out kind of interesting. I'm liking putting something over the buttons. And we have this one that's red and orange. This one's just like one that I have been adding to. So it was first Becky's beads, and then I put the rune blocks, and then I put the petals over that. And this one was a really cool grandma's buttons. Let me see what other stencil I want to use. This one was an interesting petal one. So we have some we can use for our butterfly. I'm going to do some stamping here in a minute and some other stuff. So let me just find my other. Okay, I put this down. Okay, this one is just the small plate, so that's not really showing through a whole lot. Okay, I don't know where they are. Here is the one. Let's see what it looks like. It's a yellow, and I'm not sure, green maybe on it. So we'll pull it and see what it looks like. So the crime novel, as I wanted to talk to, and this is like kind of giving away the answer maybe, but who is the most translated author of all time? Translated author. So not necessarily book, but author. Thank you. Thank you, Yolanda. No, Becky. Contrary to popular demand, Jesus did not write the Bible. He starred in it. Okay, so Yolanda is correct. Agatha Christie. So now this has it was a print I tried to do, and it didn't pull very much off of it. And then I put the Becky beads over top of it. And so this is gold and the green. Are super advanced. That's good. That's great, Lygia. Yes, Eddie, that is correct. You get the bonus question. You got the bonus question correct. Okay, and this one is a buttons, but I don't know. I think it might be over a Black Eyed Susan. I'm not sure. So we'll pull it and see. This is where I use the metallic green and I use pink. And the reason I use those colors is because the bottom layer was dark. YouTube watching. Yeah, you should have. You could have put a plug in there for Patricia and Mariah. Okay, so this one came out pretty cool, I think. It has the minty green kind of shimmering in there. And then in the middle, it turns to a more purple. And of course, there's pink on the outside. So that is a cool one. That was with Darcy's button and the Black Eyed Susan. I think is that Estella's or Christie's. I always forget the two of them. So I like this one. So I think we'll use this one. And I'm going to use this red. And we'll use some of that. I don't know if I'm going to use that. I might save that. Because that's a really good print. What do you think, Eddie? Give me a thumbs up if you think that's a pretty good print. It's cool, I think. So I'm going to save it. Thank you. I learned from the best. You guys are welcome to drop your channel links so that others can watch your videos or join your live streams if you want to. Thank you, Angela. If you want to do that, you're welcome to. Angela was on The Red Pink is Good. Yeah. So I'm going to, I want to do a little bit of stamping, and I'm going to also use some texture paste. So the stencil I wanted to use for my texture paste walked away. So I will have to, let me see if I can find it. I looked here and I didn't see it. Okay. Maybe what I'll do is I'll use one of these because they're small and I don't need a whole lot. All right. So what I want to, I'm going to stamp these in archival ink so that they will dry really quick and we don't have to use a heat gun or anything. So I'm going to I'm going to use this Distress ink, and yeah, you guys feel free to drop links and share, because you know, if you have a channel and you'd like us to follow, please put your information in so we can do that. Oh, the Cricut died. How many people used to call those cry cuts? Am I the only dummy that did that? You're welcome, Mariah. Always welcome. You did it. Me too. I was like, that can't be called a Cricut. I'm like, who what are they talking about when they're talking about a Cricut? That's weird. Okay. Yeah, me too. I was like, So these stamps that I have of the skulls are from my dear friend Lygia. She sent them to me. What did you call it, Yolande? Oh, Yolande. I'm probably saying your name wrong because I'm putting a Spanish twist on it for you. So there's that. And I may need a Becky's bead, so let me put a Becky's beads out here. Can Becky, could you possibly, or Eddie, Yoland? Okay. Yoland or my land? It's my land, not your land. What was I going to say? Yes, they do. But what I was going to say, Yoland. Okay. I'm going to did I put those away? Let me see. Let me get the, oh no, they're over here. The other Scullies, and you guys can tell me when we get to that point which one we like better. I'm partial to this one, but I'm noticing now that it's not facing the right way. The butterfly is facing the other way. So we may have to use this one, which it's cool too. It's very cool. Yeah, I know, Eddie. They really do. We can try doing that, but I think my let me go ahead and do my texture paste, and then I will do the heat embossing. This one's going sideways. All right. You're welcome, dear. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate it. I know not everybody's schedule is conducive to visiting, but thank you very much. Indiana Jones? I don't remember if he did or not. Okay. This is the first time that I've used a PM Artist Studio stencil for texture paste, so bear with me. I'm not sure of how this is going to come out, but we're going to have a Tim Gund moment, and we are going to make it work. I love Tim Gund. That man is so intelligent, not just with fabric, but with everything. Fashion, fabric. He cracks me up too. He's funny. Project Runway is like one of my most favorite shows. Okay, so I didn't go the whole way because I don't know. I have to gauge how much of this I need. Okay. Let me pull this up. The purpose for the skull stamp, well, what I'm doing is I am trying, with the butterfly, I'm actually trying to recreate kind of a Ned Hardy look. So one of the things Ed Hardy often uses in his designs are skulls. And I found a really cool one with a butterfly. So you all just going to have to check me on time. And they do look like sugar skulls now. I hope I'm still in frame. You guys can see. I hope so. I hope so. Let me scrape some of this off. It has a lot on it rather than putting more on. My little medallion stamp's going to be all grody now. Make sure I soak it good. Oops. No, I didn't. I thought I flipped the side, but I didn't. I need to get some over there. Okay. So let me put this in. Let me wipe this off real quick because I don't want it to get all gross. Okay, give me a second, guys. I'm looking for my wipes, which I am not coming across very quickly. So here they are. I may just have to put it in some water. Give me a memento. I don't want to ruin this, my stencil, I mean. Yeah, it's I can't say it's 100% my style either. But I picked one that I thought would look, would be kind of mild for people who don't really maybe they don't really like skulls. Definitely saving this wipe to see what it comes up looking like later. All right, so I'm going to set these up to dry. They should not take very long. And then here's our butterfly. So what we need to do with that is I need to cut it in a couple places. Oh, I didn't even see it. Eddie, you deleted it before I could even see it. Did not recognize the troll. I usually don't get trolly people when I use StreamYard, but I mean, it does definitely happen. Okay, let's get our papers. Let me move this so that we can get our papers out and see which ones we're going to cut for. This blue one's very pretty. So we could. Let me turn this over and trace this. No, and I didn't notice you, but there was something that Jenny said, and I was cracking up because it caught her. caught her and she was like, but I was just repeating what P said. So, Nightbot has spoken. Does not like any shenanigans. Okay. Thank you. And just so you guys know, this is a Liquitex. It's actually modeling paste. It's not. It's also called texture paste. I don't know if I bought the wrong thing or not, but at any rate, here we are with a big, huge bottle of texture paste. It does pretty much work the same, though. It's a little bit drier, I think. Oh. I haven't seen anyone else use Nightbot except for Shannon, the art junkie. She'll use Nightbot sometimes. So there's one part. And let's see. We've got a blue. And let's see if we can get the tail out of the red. Becky, how am I doing on time, darling? Because I was playing trivia and not paying attention to what I was doing. Oh my. So I'm trying to go pretty vibrant on this because that's what I would imagine an Ed Hardy butterfly looking like. So okay. There we go. Those two look good. And then, okay, I don't want to lose my pieces because I'll need to put some other. Becky proofed the chat. Becky, did you it's 7:12, so I have 45 minutes. Okay. I better get to cracking. Cracking. All right. I don't know. Other part of the butterfly. I think I'll go with this one. And then we can add. Oh, it's quiet? That's good. You guys probably go to sleep to the noise of the cricket and not literal crickets. Do you guys have, like, in the late summer, the cicadas that sing? And does that bother you, or do you find that it is soothing? Oh, tree frogs? Yeah, so cute. Tree frogs are cute. So, what do you think? We have the cicadas, and I've always, grown up here, except for 2 years I lived in Maryland after I got married. But um, I've always it's always been a soothing thing for me to hear the cicadas. People who come here to visit that are not used to them, they think it's awkward or kind of weird. So if I can, this is going to be. Um, I don't remember how this goes back together. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Okay, so it goes like this. It goes like this. Wait a minute. Did I cut that wrong? Probably. This way. And then this is supposed to go. Oh my goodness. We may have to improvise. Does that sound look like a butterfly? Yay or nay? Okay, Hope, thank you. So this piece is off, but it'll be okay. That's funny. Uh, yeah, I think chat is like that sometimes. There are very few chats that you can compare to PMNM Artist Studio because they were so active in there, and then you go over to someone else's and you're like, why aren't people talking? Or where are these people? They must not be where we are. Okay, so now let me see. I'm going to cut this again, and hopefully I will have it on the right side this time. It'll probably be all wonky again, but okay. Let's use some green. 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 There's this little girl on I'm not sure if she's on YouTube reel I'm sorry, Facebook reels or Instagram, or if they're all the same, but she collects the cicadas, and she took it to the dentist with her, and she plays with them, and she had a string of Christmas lights with little tiny bulbs on them, and she stuck the cicada bodies on top of each of the light bulbs and then turned it on, and it was cicada bodies were glowing. She's really quite talented with those cicadas. Okay, so this one can go something like this. So this is not going to be exactly like my design, as you can see, because I cut them wrong, but we're going to make it work. Tim Gund. Love Tim Gund. Tim Gund. Tim Gund. I think it's with a D. Let me see. This needs a little more glue here. And then where's the piece for the middle? So we'll cut this piece out. Okay. Let's cut this other one out really quick. I know when you have to watch people cutting, it's like watching wet paint dry. And I'm not talking about gel plate paint. I'm talking about house paint. You know, it takes a long time. I'm trying to decide if I made enough prints to be able to. I'm going to use this one. Put your cutting on the camera. Oh, I'm sorry. So you can watch me cut and tell me, no, Jean, no, the other way. Too late. So I know Mariah has a project going. Anybody else working on a project that they want to tell about? Oh no. One of the projects that I know Hope sometimes participates in is arm's length art that we do on Saturday. I haven't participated for a long time. Normally because I don't get up very early, but secondly because I'm not a fast mass producer kind of artist, because I'll fiddle over a piece for 3 hours before I can make up my mind exactly how I want it. So that's one of the reasons why I haven't been doing it. But I'm a late sleeper too. I go to bed late and then I wake up late in the morning. However, tomorrow I'm going to have to get my bum out of bed early. Okay, so the last one, I think I'm going to use, it's just a small middle piece, but I think I'm going to use some of this pink and black just for a different contrast. So let me put this in, and I know. I heard about that, Becky. Who's your other person? I can't see what the line I drew. Isn't she so funny? She's always got some kind of quip. You know what a quip is? Not a quid, but a quip. Oh, that's cool, Eddie. I was telling you all, people were talking about quip it real good, yeah. It means like a little joke or something, like a jokey joke. Okay, let me trim this tiny bit so it fits in there the way I want it to. So if you never knew what to do with your gel prints, you make them into a butterfly. Yes, a quick-witted response. Eddie is one of our resident wordmongers. Where's Gray? She'd be missing my... Oh, thank you. So, oh, for goodness sake, I don't want it to stick there. Okay, I have a very nice piece of paper here, and I wanted to be able to get a rose, to make a rose for this, but it was challenging for me to be able to do a rose. Okay, so what we're going to do with these guys, because I can't just leave them like that, I'm going to spray these. And I wanted a darker red. It's getting low, so it doesn't want to. Okay. So now that my butterfly is pointing the other way, I think we will be good in, thank you. We'll be good in using the one that I originally wanted to use, and I think I'm going to use this one up here. Let me see if I have... This is a little bit black. Let me see what it looks like. Whoa! It's really black. It may clash with our... Okay, these need to dry again. So let me come back here with our butterfly. And I'm going to use a Posca pen. And I'm just going to do a little bit of outlining. So our butterfly will look a little bit more realistic, maybe. We'll put some circles here, circles here. And let me take it off of my paper. Okay, let me see if I can go around the outside. One of the things with the gel prints, if you use more paint than maybe you're supposed to, you can get some interesting textures on your papers, which I love when that happens. But what it will do is when you go back and try to do your doodling, it can cause your pen to skip. So just keep that in mind in case that happens. And we will put some circles here. I love the texture on the gel prints. It just makes my heart happy when I get texture on there. Story time. Okay, so for giveaway, I'm gonna do some ATCs because that's one of the things I love to make, and I'm also going to do some painty papers because there are some people here who don't gel print, so I will send them some painty papers, or even if they do gel print and they just think it'll be fun to get some, I'll send some. So if you're somebody I know that gel prints, I'll send a variety of papers maybe for you to use on your gel plate. So if you all want to put in a number between, how many people do we have? 12. Okay, between 1 and 25, please. All right. Now you can always jazz up your butterfly more if you want to, but I'm not going to do that. Hi, Di. I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, so my number is everybody in? Everybody in? Last call. Okay. Hi, Marcia. Angela has to be between 1 and 25. Hi, Jenny. You guys must have been hanging around with Di. It's okay. No worries. Let me know when when Becky says finished. Finito. Okay. Looks like we have Jenny. Oh, wait. Okay. Bananas, rhubarb, Pomegranates. Okay. So the number I picked was number 11. So the winner is Diane from the Messy Palette. Okay, bear with me a moment, guys. Talk amongst yourselves while I dry this skull. This scully skull. So I'm not sure. You can email me. Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves is actually a skit from Saturday Night Live. Something that I forget who the guy is now, what he used to say. Okay, Becky, thank you. All right, so Diane, you can email me your address. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. And I will send you a packet. Bye, Tegan. Night. Check out the results of my butterfly and see what you think, Mariah. It may be a bust. And thank you for stopping by. I love that Mariah is someone who will always support you no matter what, even if she's busy or if she's stressed. She still takes a minute to hang out with us peeps, which I think is a really cool thing. So I had to get the big shears out because I have to cut through some of this texture paste on here. And Tegan, thank you for coming. Okay. Now, the texture paste, let me see how the original one looked. So, I'm going to try. Let's see something happens if I should have done this before. Yeah. These are, yeah, she's amazing. Mariah is a really she's a really great person. I love her. The first time I met her, she was very nice. So, okay, that didn't work. So let me use some other ink here and see if I can restamp this and see how it looks. Yes, Pam, she is. She is like that when new people come too, and that's usually why the new people end up sticking around, because she's so personable. Yeah, these are my Timmy Holtz shears. Diane. Yes, Diane is funny. She really is witty. I'm going to be on Diane's stream. I don't know when it is, but it is. I am. So this is the idea, guys. to put to the skull, I'm going to trim that more because I want the black, only the black to show. So I'm not sure, but I'm thinking that the butterfly is kind of on the whimsical side. Maybe I should have used darker colors to print with, but I'll show you all the design that I kind of went with. It needs a rose. Okay, I'll see if I can come up with one. Okay. So it goes right here. So it's going to cover up all this, you know, mess there. It goes right here. And that's what I'm thinking, that the whimsicalness of the butterfly is sort of not in line with the scary of the skull. But let me see if I can show you which one I looked at. So I looked at a couple, and actually they have, this is the one, if you guys can see it. I don't know what that is. This is the one that I was kind of going with. So it's not exact because it only has one wing. But let me put it on here. And I should have used more of those colors. But this was the idea, to have the butterfly with the skull head. And the skull head could have stayed black, or we don't have one at PM Artist Studio that is a just an outline. They're all filled in. So I know that I had made some roses. Let me see where they are. No. Where did I put those? Give me just one segundo. Here they are. Okay. So I have these, and what these were stickers that were white, and I put them on the gel plate and made them red. So I will cut them out and we'll put them on and we'll see what it looks like. But this was our plan. So now I'll know in the future to go more with the color scheme of whatever his is, which is orange and purples and, you know, black. That's kind of a weird looking rose, isn't it? Okay, I wanted to do one more giveaway. So let me go back. I lost my chat. Lost my chat. Thank you, Hope. I know it wasn't exactly your style, but I hope the butterfly part gives you an idea of what you can do if you do decide to get a gel plate. Um, I, the one that I have is a gel press. Um, they seem to be very good. And again, if you go to PM Artist Studio in their more section, they have a list of suggested products that you can purchase from them if you want to. And this one's a little bit smaller. Okay, Diane. I for some reason I was thinking it was next weekend, but I could be wrong. Okay, July 17th. All right. We'll have to come up with something a lot more successful to do than this. Oh. Yes, as Becky says, if you do go to those links that are on their live stream, they're just links for you to go and find the products they use. You're not buying them from PM Artist Studio. You're actually just supporting them in a tiny bit. If you choose to buy through the links, they get a little bit off the top. So here is, let me move this so you guys can see the whole thing. Actually, I think looking on the screen, the butterfly looks kind of cool-ish. Kind of cool-ish. I think I would have preferred the skull just black instead of doing maybe the texture paste. But there was my plan for today. So let me show you real quick. So each of these gel prints that you see in the butterfly were done on tonight's stream, with the exception of this blue one right here. And let me move this a little bit closer so you can see how the colors are. I think I'm away from the camera. I'm not sure if I'm in the camera. Is that better, Becky? Oh, wait. I'm looking at myself on my phone, but I think I'm too far away. I mean, I'm not. I'm behind in the stream, so. Okay. So there's the. There we go. There's the texture. You can still see it's a skull. Okay. So there we go. That's the project of the day. Thank you very much, Lygia, for the skull. The skulls, they're cool, and I will use them again for sure. And then I'll just show you guys my prints. And this one's just a variety: Becky's Beads, Petal Blast. Petal Blast? No, Petal something. Room Blocks. The petals, I really just fell in love with those. This one came out really nice. I love the variegated look of the orange. It picked up some of the blue on the plate and the red, and it almost makes some of the red look purplish. This one was Darcy's, her button ones, and I overlaid it up here at the top with the Black Eyed Susan. This is just the button by itself. And there's some other ones that I worked with. Let's see. We had this one that I used for part of the butterfly. This one came out cool. It was petal tear burst, and then the mashup. This one that I used was a Black Eyed Susan and Becky's Beads. This one is a really cool one, and this one is the branches. So I didn't do that one in this stream, but you guys can take a look. This is another one of the petal ones. This, of course, is my favorite. And this one I love too. So before I go, I just want to do one more quick giveaway. It's going to be the same thing. It's going to be a little packet with painty papers, or I might send you some book pages, or different things that you can use in your art or your gel plate, or for your junk journal. I may even add some stamped images that I've cut out for you. Thank you guys very much. So I just want to do one more, and we have 13 people here, looks like, and we'll pick a number between 1 and 35 this time. So I'm ready. Anyone else? So the number going once, going twice. Okay, 3 times. So the number that I picked was 26. So the closest to that without going over would be Hope. So Hope gets a package from me, and Di, which I need to get her address. So hopefully she'll get it if I send it to Australia. Wait, closest without going over? I'm just going to say closest. I'm not going to do without going over because that made it not right. And I'm not right in the head today. I hope you guys at least enjoyed printing along with me and my little idea of a tribute to Ed Hardy. Oh, I did make some of these little things like so we can put a saying in there. I forgot. Insane in the membrane. Aw. I'm glad you guys did. I just like to come on and have fun, and it's at least a good idea to have some type of plan, even if it doesn't come out exactly as you expected. So, but we'll have more fun next week. Same time, same place. Actually, I'm going to talk to Lygia because I really enjoy her company. So she and I may talk about adjusting the time to 7:30 so that she can hang out with us. Thank you, Eddie, for taking care of the troll. And thank you, Becky, for being my mod. And like Gia, of course, she's in there. And I really appreciate you guys hanging out and having some fun. And we will see you in the next one. So bye for now. Yes, Diane, I'm so glad you did. The Troll Slayer. Good one. Good one. Okay, guys. Have a good night. Whoop, whoop.